We are in the midst of a sub battle with the Knicks and Celtics channels here at Chat Sports in the month of July, and we are absolutely off to a hot start. We are smoking on that Celtics pack, on that Knicks pack, just like on the real hardwood, and we're doing it here at Chat Sports. So if you want to put them in the dirt and continue to dominate the Celtics and Knicks channels here at Chat Sports, hit that sub button because we bring you everything related to your Miami Heat and Damian Lillard trade rumors. Welcome into the Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am Nic Rohloff, and we have a jam-packed show for you today, breaking down a Bleacher Report trade idea that did not include Damian Lillard, but actually Zach LaVine. So we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, I owe you guys some shout-outs because on Monday's show, I asked you guys to share the video and tag me on Twitter, and these 6 people did just that, so they get a shout-out. Ralphie ABC did it once again. He's done it every time, so he is an absolute real one. Andy Amigo joins the party. Raphael and JT the Fox. Then, of course, Mom and Pops are doing it as well, so shout out to them. They always get a shout out, so I'm sure they're loving every time I ask to share the video because they always know they're getting a shout out on the next show. Let's jump in to this wild Zach LaVine trade rumor because Bleacher Report did suggest a pretty massive trade that would really change the trajectory of this Heat roster and Bulls roster. So we'll break it down from the Heat's perspective, and this was the trade that Bleacher Report proposed. The Heat get Zach LaVine and Dalen Terry, the 18th pick in last year's NBA draft, and the Bulls get Tyler Herro, Duncan Robinson, and Nikola Jovic, the 27th pick in last year's draft. And my first reaction, this trade sucks. Let's just call it what it is. Nikola Jovic is not worth trading in this deal, and we'll break down him just in a bit, but I do want to let you guys have the ability to think on your own and see what they had to say. This is what Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report said about this potential trade. This past season, Miami averaged a paltry 112.3 points per 100 possessions. That ranked 25th overall and dead last among all postseason participants, play-in tournaments included. Incredible and unsustainable shot making helped fuel their run to the NBA Finals. But it could only mask this weakness for so long. In the championship round, Miami averaged a abysmal 96.4 points per contest while shooting 40.7% as a team. And I'll tell you what, they aren't wrong about that. I might hate this Bleacher Report trade, but one thing they nailed on their head is the fact that this Miami Heat roster and offensive ability was not great through the regular season, and there's a reason why they were the 8th seed, and they almost got eliminated in that play-in game against the Chicago Bulls at home. They were trailing by 5 with 4 minutes to go in that game, and then Jimmy Butler took over with Max Strus dropping 30 as well to help them get into that postseason, and obviously the rest is history. But this Heat team did not have the roster to be an NBA Finals team. They wanted a miracle run, and Jimmy Butler put like a top 5 player in the association. So that's why they were able to get to the finals. But this roster was not good enough. And Pat Riley knows that. Eric Spoelstra knows that. And that's why they're whale hunting with Damian Lillard right now. But maybe they will go after Zach LaVine. We'll break this trade down more in depth in a second. But I'll ask you this. Would you make this trade if you're not getting Damian Lillard? Let me know yes or no. I do think Zach LaVine could be a nice backup option. But I think Dame's still going to be a Heatle. So don't worry about that. But still more on Zach LaVine. Over the past 4 seasons, LaVine has been a nightly source of 25.5 points on 47.9% from the field, 39 from 3, and 83.9 from the free throw line, while dishing out 4.5 assists. The only other players to average 25 points and 4 assists with a 47, 39, 80 slash line during that stretch are Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. And I tell you what, to be mentioned in the same breath offensively as Kyrie, KD, and Kawhi Leonard, that means you're doing something right. And if you look at Zach LaVine's stats over the past 4 seasons, he's a model of consistency, scoring 24.5 points per night on a nightly basis while dishing out 4 assists like Buckley mentioned. But the one thing that always stands out to me with Zach LaVine is his efficiency. 45% from the field is his worst season over the past 4 years, and he is an absolute marksman from beyond the arc. 37.5% from field this past season from 3 is his worst in the past 4 seasons, and he just doesn't do it off the spot up. He can ISO and get his shot whenever he wants, and he really has a good knack for picking his spots on the court and getting to them. And to be honest, as much as I said this trade sucks, Zach LaVine is one of my favorite players and someone I've been pounding the table for the Miami Heat to possibly go after and trade for over the past 2 or 3 years. I feel like he is a great player, but is getting, I wouldn't say misused, but not shown on the national spotlight like he should be, contributing to a winning roster. That Bulls team made the playoffs a couple years ago, and they got smoked in the first round by the Milwaukee Bucks, but that was also without Lonzo Ball. I think Zach LaVine paired up with Jimmy and Bam could do wonders and really compete for an NBA title. More from Bleacher Report on the potential LaVine to Miami. LaVine is an elite offensive player. Sure, he has his defensive drawbacks, as does Lillard, but teaming up with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo could bring out the best of all three. And Miami, which needs another point guard after losing Gabe Vincent for agency, could work its developmental magic on Dalen Terry. But let's go back to Zach LaVine. We'll break down Dalen Terry in a second, but this is something very intriguing to me. LaVine's first 4 seasons played 230 games compared to Tyler Herro's first 4 games where he played 242. And if you actually look, Tyler Herro has the better numbers in every statistical category. Herro putting up 17.7 points per game through his first 4 seasons, 5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists, while shooting better from the field and slightly better from 3-point range. So it was just intriguing to see. I'm not saying that Tyler Herro will be better than Zach LaVine. He could be, but I'm not going to say that he is, because Zach LaVine is a proven bucket getter that's averaging 25 a night. But one thing I do say, you're not losing me on this trade getting Zach LaVine by swapping Herro for LaVine. The Heat are in a win-now mode. LaVine's a proven player. Herro is getting to that level, but he's still 23. He's still working on his craft, and he's not anywhere near where Zach LaVine, when it comes to an isolation, get a bucket on your own. Herro relies on a lot of screens from Bam Adebayo, which is fine. That's in the flow of the offense. But LaVine, when the offensive scheme breaks down, can go out and get his own bucket, where Herro lacks that ability. So you don't lose me at this trade by swapping Herro for LaVine. You lose it with trading Jovic and getting Dalen Terry. Dalen Terry is a horrific basketball player. The 18th pick of last year's draft from Arizona, and he has really struggled in his early tenure of his career. Last season, he only played in 38 games. He spent a lot of time in the G League, putting up 5.6 minutes per game when he did play in those 38. And he only averaged 2.2 points per game, shooting 44% from the field. And he has absolutely no jumper right now, 25.9% from 3. But he did play in Summer League this year, and this is where low-key gets a little more ugly, right? In 3 games in Las Vegas playing in the Summer League, averaged 10 points per game, and this is the number 1 guy that the Bulls wanted to see in Summer League. So you expect him to get a lot of work, a lot of shots, a lot of offense ran through him, and he has not rose to the occasion whatsoever. 10.3 points per game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 26.2% from the field. Might be one of the worst shooting percentages I have ever seen in my entire life. And then he shot 28.6% from 3. And before we move on, I do want to give him a little bit of credit, because even though his offensive game sucks, he is 6'7" with a 7.75 wingspan, so he is very lengthy and a good defender. That's his best attribute right now. But if the Heat were to take on Terry, they're going to need more offensively. Terry, his length helps him get steals. He does have 2 steals a night in those 3 games in Summer League, but he just doesn't have the offensive game to help the Heat win now, and it wouldn't really make sense to acquire him if the Heat are trying to win a championship this next season, which they are. We'll talk about Nikola Jovic in a second here, but I had to let you guys know about the deal of the century here at chatsports.com/Heat sweatshirt. $48 off. It's originally $85 sweatshirt, but right now Fanatics is letting you guys get it for $37. That's $48 off. This is a deal of a lifetime. You can't miss out on it. I actually am ordering it right now as we speak. I'm going to get it hopefully by next week. I couldn't pass up on this deal. You shouldn't either. So grab it at chatsports.com/Heat sweatshirt. Let's move on to Nikola Jovic now, because most of you guys know I am very bullish on this young bull. 5.5 points per game last season, 2.1 rebounds in 15 games while shooting 40.6% from the field and 22.9 from deep. And he spent a lot of time in the G League in Sioux Falls while also dealing with a back injury throughout the entire season. And he put up about 20 pounds in the offseason, right? Like, he came into his rookie year at 219 pounds. He said in his post-game press conference that he is now weighing in around 240. So the big man put on some weight, and it's helped him dominate in Summer League. In 4 games, including the California Classic and 2 in Las Vegas, he's averaging 15 points per night, 5.1 rebounds, 4.5 assists, while shooting 40% from the field and 33% from beyond the arc. Jovic has really showed out in Vegas, in Sacramento, and it's really left Heat fans wondering if he's even worth trading for a player of Zach LaVine's caliber, and I don't think he is. I'm not trading Nikola Jovic unless it's for Damian Lillard, and even then, I'm hesitant. We've talked in depth over the past 2 to 3 years as a Heat fans on Twitter and social media about finding the right power forward next to Bam Adebayo being the anchor of that team playing the center position. Well, Nikola Jovic might be that guy. He's 6'10", can handle the ball, and he gets downhill. Not going to say it, eerily similar to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jovic has showed out, and I believe with his pick and pop ability, his size, his playmaking, he can be that perfect power forward next to Bam Adebayo. So I am not trading him for anyone not named Damian Lillard this offseason. I'm seeing what Jovic can do, and hell, I might even give him a start at power forward to open up the season in 2023. But I'll ask you guys this. Would you trade Nikola Jovic? This could be for anyone. You could be trading him for Damian Lillard, Zach LaVine. Let me know if you would trade Nikola Jovic, the 27th pick in last year's NBA draft. Type T for trade, type P for pass. Going back to this trade one last time, the Heat would be getting Zach LaVine and Dalen Terry. They're giving up Tyler Herro, Duncan Robinson, and Nikola Jovic. I just don't like it. And like I said, I would be okay with trading for Zach LaVine if you're not getting Damian Lillard. I'm not giving up Nikola Jovic, but we don't have to worry about this because the Heat are getting Damian Lillard no matter what. I just wanted to explore a potential trade idea if the Heat did not get Damian Lillard, but I am not fretting it. They're getting Dame. It's only a matter of time. The Blazers are playing hardball. Pat Riley, the experience, he's not going to fall for this negotiation tactic, and he's going to get the deal done, and the Heat are going to have Dame, Jimmy, and Bam leading them to an NBA title next year. That's going to do it. Thanks for sticking around through the entire video. Make sure to give me a follow on Twitter at Nic_Rohloff. I'm talking all things Miami Heat, letting you guys know what's going on in the trade market, Summer League, and when the season comes around, I'll be tweeting all day long about the Heat season. So make sure you give me a follow at Nic_Rohloff.